How's it going, guys? It's Epsillon here, and we are back with a big present opening once again to be able to see exactly how much XP you could have got, especially when you consider all of the presents giving you XP and also the keys that you can get over the Christmas period from basically challenges. If you purchase them, and we were doing a video to discuss the MTX, which will be coming out at the end of this promotion, to discuss whether or not it's whether it's a little bit insane how much XP you can actually get. But more or less, we're going to open up some of these presents. I've been saving them up for a couple of days in terms of the actual presents that we got from various different things, from just opening up a little bit of the Christmas wrapping paper alongside the actual presents that we managed to get from the treasure hunter promotion that we currently have. Now, we did a big opening of about 900 keys or something like that, 950, which we managed to get obviously from purchasing them. So I want to be fully transparent, we did purchase some for this, which was like 450 keys. But in order to get the presents that we did right now, and that includes the Santa's Christmas present, the gold presents that we also got, and the purple Christmas presents. Now, on every single day, I do get about 25 daily keys. That's because we have Premier Club alongside double daily keys, which gives you 12 keys per day. So those were all factored into this as well. So technically, I mean, yes, you have to purchase those, but they weren't bought outright. And over the entire event, we've managed to pick up probably nearly 1,000 keys, something like that, just from those daily keys that we've been able to get. And obviously using our oddments to purchase an additional 10 keys gives us that 25, alongside the 3 daily challenges that you can complete using the daily challenge system, which give you 1 key per one. And of course, occasionally you'll get a key from just playing the game, which obviously we can't really factor in. I'm not going to go through the entirety of the hours and hours of actual gameplay that we did to check those ones out, but you know, factor in maybe 5. I don't think it's a whole lot of keys that we managed to pick up from that. But all in all, I wanted to do this present opening as kind of a discussion as to what you think of the presents. But without further ado, we can start kind of looking at what we got. Now, with the most recent kind of event, this is the best one in terms of being able to get like the rare rewards or whatever you want to call them, because at the moment, when we first opened the keys, all you got was a guaranteed Santa's Christmas present when you opened 100 kind of keys. Whereas now you get a ton more stuff, and you also get, once you open 400 keys, the gold Christmas present as well, which we managed to pick up 2 of because of the daily keys, like I've been saying, as we've been building those up. And those get you, when you're getting 25 a day, it doesn't take a whole long time to be able to pick up a gold Christmas present alongside some of the keys that we actually got as well. And also, when you're playing the event, sometimes you get the option of being able to pick an additional 8 keys as like the special reward when you get that festive bonus to level 12. So yeah, it's a nice addition to the game. But I guess now we can actually have a look at the presents themselves. And before we get into that, let's actually open up the Christmas wrapping paper to see how much 317,000 Christmas wrapping paper will actually get us. If you want to see a huge Christmas wrapping paper where we got 1.25 million Christmas wrapping paper and see what presents we got out of that, over 6,000, I think it was near 6,500 Christmas presents from that, which gave us a ton of XP. Let's have a look at that if you want at the end of this video. But as far as getting presents, we did actually get a Santa's Christmas present from the first 100,000. And if you go back and watch the 1.25 million Christmas wrapping paper opening, that's surprising. So, kind of crazy. But we get another one, nothing there. And then a final one, we get another Santa's Christmas present. So getting very lucky with actually getting the Santa's Christmas presents out of just opening up the wrapping paper. And then the final one giving us a few more presents. So looks like we got about 1.7 thousand Christmas presents from this one, which we'll go through and open during this video so you guys can kind of understand where we're coming from in terms of XP and stuff like that, where we got the presents from, and maybe we can even get an additional purple Santa hat, which we did pick up from the key. So I want to be, let you know exactly what we did get during our opening. We did pick up a purple Santa hat. Now that is something that wasn't available to us well, it was, but it was super hard to get because the kind of probability of getting your purples was just super low. And as well as getting that Santa's hat, then we also managed to pick up an Aurora die, which we got out of the kind of openings as well that we did, which was kind of lucky, and it's probably better than getting a purple Santa hat. Now that is because of the recent promotion. Now these weren't available when we opened the biggest amount of keys, and that's because now we've got all of the kind of stuff available to us. So we've got the Aurora die, you got the winter hat, which is Aurora dyed, you got the winter scarf, which is also Aurora dyed, and then the purple Santa hat. Now before we only had purple Santa hat, and also they changed up what Christmas wrapping paper you can get out of the bundles. Before, you used to be able to get 100,000 Christmas wrapping paper, which of course could be tripled or doubled or whatever, and we got a few triple rolls on the 100,000, which is how we managed to get 1.25 million Christmas wrapping paper, as opposed to what we've got now, which is about, what, 300,000 as you saw. But obviously, yeah, there's a lot to be said for this promotion, and dependent on what you think, it really depends when you would want to open keys. But you might think that now is the best time to open your keys because of the fact that you could guarantee a purple Santa hat. But given the fact that you can guarantee a purple Santa hat, the prices of this item have absolutely crashed into the dirt, which is yeah, as expected when they release it as a guarantee from opening up the keys, as you can expect, and as well people getting them out of the actual keys themselves just by finding a purple present when you open up your keys. But yeah, a purple Santa hat now is probably about like 80 mil or something like that. I don't think it's that expensive, and it keeps on crashing down and down and down. And yeah, I was a bit of an idiot and decided to buy it on the main account when we just basically earned a bit of money, and I was like, oh, I might as well buy it for 150 million, so it's now basically half price. So yeah, fantastic work that was. But either way, from this, so far, we've been able to pick up 582 million kind of untradeable wealth, I guess, if you include everything. And the tradable wealth on the account is 526 million. So we don't have any real untradables, to be honest with you. But when we started off, we had about 125 million. I just want to cover everything so you know kind of where we've come from. And stuff like that. We've also managed to get up to 2,077 total, and you'll see at the end of the video we'll cover how much exactly XP we managed to get, what 99s we managed to get without even training the skill at all, really. So yeah, either way, let's open up these Christmas presents, and I'll come back if we manage to get anything interesting from the presents themselves, and you know, start pouring lamps into various different stats that we want to get up. Probably go for something like farming. Maybe we'll go for 99 agility if we can, just from the lamps and stars that we get, and just pour them into the stats where we want to guarantee ourselves enough bonus XP that we never have to train without bonus XP. So we've done that for a few skills like summoning and that sort of stuff as well. So let's jump in there, and I'll join you back in a second. Now then, having spent a ton of time opening up those common presents, then we did manage to actually pick up 3 levels in agility, and we also dumped in all of the bonus XP that we could get from the stars all into farming, which gave us about something in the region of about 700,000 bonus XP, which was kind of nice since we can basically almost there to bank the entirety of 99 farming. So yeah, we don't have to use any more lamps in that skill, and we'll jump into the blue presents now, and I'll join you back at the end of that one and see if we can get anything interesting out of them. And after opening about over 130 presents, we did manage to bank ourselves 99 farming. That's because the lamps that you get out of the blue presents and of course the stars that you get are of course medium, and so they give you a ton more XP than they do with the kind of white Christmas presents, which is amazing, and of course gives you so much more XP when it comes to kind of getting your skills up. And of course we'll be now focusing on some of the other skills that we haven't already banked, maybe even things like smithing and stuff like that, just to make it a little bit easier, or maybe we'll go for something else, and then we'll catch you back at the end when we've kind of added those XP into a different skill as well. And from the stack of blues that we did actually have, we managed to get ourselves all the way up to 89 agility, which, I mean, if we were to use the bonus XP that we've already got in this skill, we'd be basically near 99 anyway. But of course with agility, you don't want to actually train the skill because it's absolutely horrible to do and it's one of the most click intensive things. So if we are going to go for max on this account, which is probably a more likely thing, we are just trying to get rid of some of the more tedious skills to be able to do. We did manage to pick up another about 700,000 smithing bonus XP as well, so that will get us up to about level 90, 91, something like that in the skill. Just basically off of the bonus XP, and it's super AFK, so it's just a nice way to train. So yeah, we can now start moving into the purple Christmas presents, which obviously have the possibility of getting yourself some actual cosmetic items that are tradable, which include the Fairy Light Fishing Token and the Festive Warrior Skeleton Warrior Scroll, which we have picked up a couple of the Fairy Light Fishing, and I think we may have even got the Festive Warrior as well, but we've only got one of those. So yeah, either way, and we used it ourselves. But obviously a few ways of being able to make a bit of money, so yeah, it'd be nice, as well as getting the 100k coins that you occasionally get from just opening the presents as well, as it's fairly common to be able to get. So we'll run through these. You get much better chances of getting lamps, and you get them in more, at least you get a few more when you do open these. So yeah, we'll run through these and hopefully we can get up to maybe level 91 in agility, but probably more likely to be able to just get up to 90. And then as much XP as we can get into smithing, so we can finish off that potential 99 as well. So we did actually just manage to get a Fairy Light Fishing Token, so that's about probably like 8 mil or something like that, maybe 6 mil or something like that. So it's nothing major, but it's nice to get a little bit of coins to add to our pouch, since we haven't got the most, even though we are guaranteed to get at least 2 purple Santa hats out of those gold Christmas presents, and we've got the potential to earn a lot more money from those Santa's Christmas presents as well, which will be brilliant. But of course I'll bank this just for extra space when I'm opening these ones, and then we'll kind of add it all together as to the total of just the entire event in terms of how much we made, and also just the additional extras that we got in terms of XP and stuff like that, just so you guys can get a picture of, you know, whether it was actually worth doing it, or yeah, maybe we should have bought some bonds instead. And so we finally open up all of the purple Christmas presents, and we have surpassed our goal of being able to get level 91 in agility from this, and we actually ended up getting level 93, and I was surprised by this, primarily down to the fact that the presents actually give you a ton more lamps and stars than I initially thought, and I remembered from opening the first set. So yeah, we managed to get up to level 93 in agility, which means we have almost banked the entirety of the skill to level 99 in terms of the bonus XP on top of the actual XP that we've got, and of course getting to level 93 agility by literally only ever doing daily challenges and opening the keys is rather nice. So not only that, we also picked up 3.2 million XP in smithing, which was amazing, as well as getting a ton of the kind of Christmas I guess mulled wine and mince pies and stuff like that. But we are down to the kind of the best presents that we have available, which are the Santa's Christmas presents and of course the gold Christmas presents, which are probably the more interesting thing to be able to open. Now, as a bit of a kind of I guess a thing that we can kind of cover in this video, is that we have obtained every single one of the cosmetic items, which because Jagex decided that, you know, you can't get them again since they're untradeable, and that would just be boring because they'd just be a waste of a slot in your kind of stuff or in your bank, then of course we are going to be able to actually only get a purple Santa hat, a soul die, an aurora die, or coins. And of course coins being the most the easiest thing to get from them, and it seems like that's the only thing we've really got out of the Santa's Christmas presents since opening them up after completing every single one of these. So we have all of the cosmetics that you can get and untradables that you can get, so it's only tradable stuff that we can possibly get, and fingers crossed we'll be able to pick up some more dies, as these are the most expensive stuff out of a lot of them, and it'd be nice to get a bit more cash into the account to pay for some of the other 99s that are more buyable. So yeah, let's start with opening up these Santa's Christmas presents. I will actually keep the video rolling so you can kind of see in real time what we get from the presents. So first one out of the barrel, or bag I guess, is 10 million coins, no surprise there. Next one is, again, 10 million coins, so guaranteed 100 million from just opening these. The next one, another 10 mil. Next one, another 10 mil. You can kind of see where I'm going with the majority of these are going to give you the 10 million coins. Next one, another 10 mil. Next one, another 10 mil. There you go. And another one. And another one. And another one. And then the final one is another 10 mil. So 100 mil just from opening up the Santa's Christmas present. So you can kind of see that they don't give you the best rewards. It's kind of rare to be able to pick up some of the cosmetics out of them, but it certainly is possible to do that. And of course, we can open up the gold Christmas presents here, which gives us 2 purple Santa hats that we can use. So that's always nice as well. So 2 extra Christmas Santa hats. And I'm going to combine everything that we got from the entire event, since we've never done one before. And all of the roast potatoes, that sort of stuff, will jump into the bag. And then we'll do a big price check at the end and then cover the total amount of XP that we've got from the entire event, which will be very interesting to see what we could have actually got. Now then, of course, from the entirety of all of the openings that we've done, probably in the region of about 8,000 Christmas presents, maybe even more, we have managed to collect the following things. So we can go into the price checker here and we can see exactly how much we've made. We'll start off with just the common, like, rubbish basically that you can get from kind of adding in. Some of it is, of course, untradeable. Some of it actually goes for more than what you would expect in the GE as well. We picked up springs, so that was from the actual treasure hunter itself, which was nice. And of course, the papaya fruit, stuff like that, is probably one of the more expensive stuff, which is nice. So an additional 2.8 mil in just papaya, which you probably drop on the floor. So yeah, that was nice. Some sea turtles. We got a crazy amount of mulled wine, 11,000 of those. So yeah, and they're only valued at 30 each, which is probably not actually true, because you can often sell them for way more to players who kind of stand around asking for them. We picked up 1.8 million feathers as well, which was a nice 4.4 mil as well on top of everything, which we will be using to actually train up our agility using Silverhawk boots. So that is basically the way we'll get to 99 agility most likely. And then we've got ourselves all of the rest of the Christmas items alongside a ton of eggs, which was considerably a lot more expensive than I thought they'd be, 289,000. So just out of the common kind of trash that you would usually just throw on the floor, we picked up 16.7 million GP, which is, yeah, not bad at all, considering that it's all just rubbish that you would usually just discard. So with all that being said, and then when we add in all of the additional stuff that we do actually get from the event, including the tokens, that sort of thing, we managed to pick up 629 million GP alongside the 120 million coins that we actually picked up from the event as well. We also purchased some bones using some of the GP from the previous one, so we can bank 99 prayer as well. So that's all done. So yeah, really nice to have a bit of gold onto the account. That wasn't really the main goal, because if I really wanted to make a ton of gold, I wouldn't have bought keys, because of the fact you can just buy bonds, and it was a far better investment, as you can guarantee yourself basically a purple Santa hat from just one bond, and you can buy 10 bonds for a lot cheaper than it costs to buy keys, and they're not even guaranteed to give you Santa hats. So yeah, it was much better to actually spend our kind of money, in IRL money I guess, on actually purchasing bonds to be able to earn ourselves money. So 629 mil is what we managed to pick up, and the total wealth accumulated, not including untradeable wealth, was 893 million. So we added on an additional about 370 mil on top of what we got just by opening today's presents that we saved up. So not bad at all. We also got a ton of oddments, so 34,000 oddments from just that opening, and in total we picked up 262,000 oddments. Bear in mind that we've spent 4,000 every single day on being able to pick up additional presents. or additional keys, which give us additional presents, because you always should do it during this Christmas time, as it's one of the best events in terms of XP that you can use to your advantage, whether you're a free-to-play player that just wants to be able to maximize how much kind of XP and stuff that you can get from the event. Of course, if you're an Iron Man, then unlucky, but if you're not an Iron Man, then at least you can use these to go to your advantage. So yeah, not a bad haul, but I wanted to cover how much XP that we actually got, so we can break it down in numbers terms to show you, given the fact that this account was actually very, very underleveled in terms of the original state, where most of the skills were below probably level 70, if not even lower than that. So a lot of the keys and lamps that we used were at low levels, which means you get a significantly reduced amount of XP. So obviously if we were a maxed account and we were using all of those lamps and stars to be able to kind of improve the account and go for 120s, the amount of XP would probably be doubled, if not maybe even more, dependent on kind of where the accounts were at. So either way, let's have a look at how much XP we earned. So total XP on the account as of right now, bearing in mind we didn't really train at all during this entire time. This was just an Altscape and doing various different activities to get kind of Christmas wrapping paper, so I could do these openings for you on top of the ones that we got from the keys as well. Yeah, so primarily mainly went into crafting, which got us to like 89 crafting. I didn't put any bonus XP or actual XP into crafting, so we may have gained about 1 million just from kind of getting that to just farming up Christmas wrapping paper, so not a massive change in that one, but 90.5 million XP is what we ended up with. And at the start of the event, we had 33 million, or 33.8 million if we want to be precise, which gives us in the region of about 57 million XP, somewhere just under that. So not bad. We have basically almost doubled on top of what we already had, the amount of XP on the account, so triple total, so that's crazy. And of course that's nice because a lot of the XP was from low levels. We managed to get 99 Slayer, which was one of the biggest things, just so that we can do a lot of kind of AFK. Because this is my alt account, my main account is maxed, we didn't want to open keys on a main account that is basically just going to be going for 120 skills, and I kind of wanted to keep that without having to open keys and that sort of stuff. So this was more of an experiment to see how far we could get the account. But of course then we got 99 archaeology once again for all of the PVM related items. Obviously it goes up to 120 archaeology, so we did dump in 19 million bonus XP into it just to get us as far as possible in the skill without having to spend a inordinate amount of time doing it. Even though archaeology past level 99 is relatively fast, it just makes it even faster. And on double XP, when we've got double relics dropping, this will be really nice to be able to farm up just the levels and get as far as possible from the XP that we did have. But obviously that wasn't the only 99, we went for Herblore as well, so we got 99 Herblore. Now Herblore is really fast at the higher levels, which is why we dumped in even more bonus XP, so 11.6 million bonus XP went into Herblore, and that was just primarily to try and get ourselves up to the higher Elder Overloads and stuff like that, Supreme Overloads, blah blah, that we can get from Herblore and just make PVM even better. Of course, one of the final things that we did have then, in addition to that, was Prayer, which we wanted to get 99 in, or just 92 to be able to use Soul Split, and of course 95 for the upper curses. But of course, that is very expensive, and we're probably not going to spend it on the alt account, primarily because it's just going to be AFK combat methods in this to earn a bit of money for the main account. But either way, in terms of total bonus XP then, we had and started off with 7 million bonus XP. We are currently at 77 million bonus XP, and if we're to break it down in terms of each skill that we haven't already covered, we have banked 99 mining in terms of being able to never have to go without at least double XP. Of course, when double XP rolls around, that will be triple XP, so I mean, if we ever train mining on that, then it will be a waste of bonus XP, but we'll primarily do that AFK. In terms of other skills, obviously agility, we dumped in about 2 million XP into that one, which will get us basically to 99 as well, so we banked both mining and agility basically alongside Silverhawks, which will be nice to give us just AFK agility as well. And then we've dumped in 3.2 million into smithing, so that will get us to somewhere in the region of about level 93/94 in the skill, which is good. We didn't do any of the combats as these are just super easy to train anyway, and the only requirement for Prif that I need and for Temple Centiston is 75 range, so we can get curses as well as have access to Prif as well, so we've done all of the rest of them. Of course, Herblore, a lot of bonus XP like we've already talked about. I didn't do anything with fishing, to be honest, as this is Supreme AFK anyway, and this will be something I'll do later on in the line, and we didn't need it for the kind of quest requirements that we needed for some of the combat stuff, but we'll do that later on down the line anyway. Thieving, didn't do anything with this one. Cooking, nothing with that one as it's buyable and you can just basically AFK this anyway. The prayer, we did dump in a decent amount of actual XP into the lower levels just so we can skip past it, but then primarily we did dump in all of the kind of requirement to be able to basically get 99 prayer, as well as we got 5 million bonus XP, which doubled with actual gaining XP will give you 10 million XP total on top of what we already got, so basically level 99 or there or thereabouts. And we bought bones using the gold that we did get. Then we also got crafting, that was just from playing the event and stuff like that, just literally sitting at the snowball pile, which is amazing. And then of course fire making, didn't really do anything with this. We did put in a few lamps just to get us to level 75, and then all of the additional levels have just been from daily challenges, basically completing those for our extra keys every day. So one of the best ways of kind of training is it takes basically no time at all. You train the skill, so you get XP anyway, and then you get a massive amount of XP when you do complete the challenge. So always do your daily challenges, and with the double challenges that we currently have available, so all of your daily challenges are doubled, I'd make use of that for the rest of the event that we do have, which is about 4 days as of the recording of this video. Magic, nothing on that one because we already had this. Fletching, didn't put any into this. Woodcutting, we did dump in enough actual XP into the skill to get to level 75, which is one of the requirements for one of the quests, either Temple of Centiston or Prif. I think it's Prif most likely. Bonus XP did have a little bit into that just so that it made it a bit easier when we were eventually going to go for kind of 99 in this one. Rune crafting, we got up to level 75 as well. This was one of the lowest level skills, so we did spend quite a bit of XP, and rune crafting at the lower levels is a bit tedious and really boring. So getting that up as high as possible so we can do the abyss and then make a bit of money on the account would be nice as well when we do eventually go for 99 on it. Slayer, obviously already talked about. We went from basically level 70, I believe, something like that, all the way up to level 99, and of course with a ton of bonus XP as well for when we do go for the 120 Slayer grind with 17 million XP. Farming, we did bank at level 99 as well, which means that because it's kind of a time gated thing, it's really important to have that bonus XP in the skill, because then you don't have to kind of you're not missing out on XP during those periods of time where you kind of forget about it or whatever. And so every time that you do check your animals and stuff like that, or do your herb runs, then you get double XP, so you don't, you're not having to constantly be online all of the time, and it just makes the skill a lot easier, and you can get there much faster as you're not having to wait that interval period to get like the additional XP. So yeah, really nice one to have, and of course 99 farming will be good, as that we just want to go for max. We're probably not going to go for 120 in farming, as that would take a ton of time. That will be something for the main account. Then we got construction up to level 76. Some of this was added to with the actual event by doing the early levels, just so that we didn't waste too much lamps and stuff on lower level skills that just basically give you no XP with the lamps at the lower levels. So we did get that up a little bit, but only a minuscule amount, and we only put in real actual XP into the skill so we could get up to level 75 for requirements. Hunter, nothing in that one. Other than for some requirements, I think there was like low level requirement in this one, so yeah, we basically just lamped our way. It only took a couple of inventories anyway. Summoning, we did get to level 99, or at least we have the ability to get to level 99, and once again this is one of the biggest things to have at least some bonus XP into, because once you've used a charm, which takes time to actually get in the first place, as well as training the skill as well, then yeah, you can save yourself both charms and time, and of course almost double the time, because it takes you probably longer to get the charms than it does to actually train the skill up. So yeah, really important to actually have bonus XP, and this is something we did on the main account to get to 120 summoning, and it was the best thing that I decided to do. Obviously Archglacier for blue charms is amazing per hour with charming potions. You can get about 500 I believe an hour. So that's always something you can do. With one mechanic, it literally is just super AFK. You literally don't even have to move, always zero mechanics, whatever you want to do, and you earn a little bit of money per hour doing that. But either way, yeah, we've got that one done. Dungeoneering then, we did dump in a bit of into this one, and we also put in some bonus XP just so that when we are doing dungeoneering, trying to get to level 99, it will be nice, or a little bit nicer, as the lower levels of dungeoneering can be a bit boring. So it's nice to be able to kind of skip through some of those and be able to get that higher XP. As up the higher levels of dungeoneering, you can get some insane amount of XP, as well as doing sinkholes and stuff like that as well. Divination, we already have level 80, and that was for invention on the account, since we wanted to get this up to scratch with regards to augmenting items. So I didn't put any bonus XP or anything into invention, because a level 8 skill gives you like 200 XP in when you use a lamp. So I was not going to waste my time actually doing that, and all we have to do is basically disassemble something or destroy something or whatever, rather than siphon at the moment. So yeah, and we'll go through the levels insanely fast. Archaeology, as I said, 99 archaeology, with the ability to probably get up to about level 110 on archaeology from the bonus XP, about 40 million XP that we will be able to have boosted XP for. So that'll get us up to 53 million XP, which is nice. And then necromancy, obviously that was under embargo at the recording of this video, so if you're watching in the future and it isn't, that's why we had no XP in this. Otherwise I probably would have gone for 99 just to be able to go through and do that. But other than that, that is literally the XP that we got. So a crazy amount of XP, total XP that we gained from this event. We got 57 million XP in total from the actual XP, and then 70 million, so 100 and I want to say 23 million XP or something like that, or 127 million XP. So yeah, a decent amount of XP for sure, and of course makes this alt account a hell of a lot easier to grind through some of the AFK combat methods to earn a bit of money. And you never know, we might add it into a series where we're kind of grinding up alt and showing some money making methods for alt accounts that you might enjoy. But other than that, hopefully that covers everything that you need to know about the Christmas event, what kind of drop rates you're likely to get, given the fact we opened 8,000 Christmas presents, managed to get 3 purple Santa hats, and one of them was only from the treasure hunter event itself, none from the Christmas present, so we didn't get a single purple Santa hat from opening over like 8,000 Christmas presents. So maybe we got unlucky, maybe we didn't. But yeah, nearly 2 million Christmas wrapping paper opened in total, which was yeah, ridiculous. And of course, yeah, picking up about 800 million tradable wealth. So yeah, I think in total, given the fact we had about 100 million to start with, yeah, not bad at all. And that will help us grind out some of the remaining buyable skills and just make our life a hell of a lot easier when buying PVM upgrades. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gave you everything you needed to know. And in terms of MTX, we'll be talking about it in an upcoming video, kind of discussing what we managed to do. And that'll be interesting, hopefully, for you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and join me back and check out that 1.25 million XP opening to see those 6,500 presents that we opened if you're interested, on screen right now. And I'll see you there. Goodbye.